As I mentioned, another major cyber attack has hit large businesses. It includes Dan Murphy, Event Cinemas, Binge, and even a Mexican food chain. Now, thousands of credit card details have been stolen. I got a suspicious email today from Binge. It seems suspicious. It seems like this sort of thing happens every second day. Nigel Phair is the cybersecurity professor with Monash University and joins me now from Canberra. Is this a pretty typical hack, Nigel?
Yeah, g'day, Steve. It's becoming a pretty typical hack. We're hearing about it, almost day in and day out, but this one's a little bit different because this is an attack on the individual account holder, not the organisation itself.
So the odd thing today, I got a very early 4:30 in the morning email from Binge suggesting that my credit card details were out of date, that the use-by date on the card was about to expire and that I needed to put in my new details. Now, Nigel, I'm not that technically astute. I couldn't work out whether it was the real Binge or a make-out hacker. What do I do?
Look, Steve, it's a tough one, and it's getting tougher all the time. Sometimes it is legitimate. And one thing that we've learned from phishing, that's that spoofed email or text message, the banks have got onto it and realised they can no longer use generally SMS, but particularly emails as a marketing vector to their customers because of this heightened level of suspicions about is it legitimate or is it just a really good copy thereof. So it's getting tough for organisations, but they need to be doing a lot more, and this credential stuffing attack, as it's known, that we're talking about, is only going to keep on going the more normal data breaches that we keep on having.
Nigel, how do these crooks then turn that data that they've managed to steal and then sell, how do the people who buy it off them actually generate income for themselves? I mean, how does that work?
Well, there's income to be made at different levels of the cybercrime attack chain. So first off, you've got your cyber criminals that hack into big organisations. We've had a good 18 months of big organisations and thousands and tens of thousands of credentials. So they'll do a ransom attack and they may try and monetize it that way. Secondary after that is they'll sell those details on the dark web or potentially use them themselves. Other criminals will buy them on the dark web, and then what they'll do is they'll make an automated script, and you've just mentioned a bunch of brands which they've targeted, and they'll try all the usernames and all the passwords to see if those usernames or passwords have been reused in the same way. Once they get a live account, they then log in as that normal user. If it's Dan Murphy's, buy some beer, alcohol, whatever. Other chains, get what it is and get it delivered using the real credentials and credit card details of that user, but to a different address.